Hello, hello.
Hello there.
Hi again, and this is our second time round because we came last night, but something very strange happened. Now, I want to say to you, you are going to want to stay till the very end for this, you guys, because this is going to be a very special live stream. And we feel that it is more so special because we're not sure whether the full moon actually swallowed up the previous one, but I laid in bed for a very long time asking the universe, what is the purpose? What is the purpose that our live stream just went like that? So we tried to track it, and then I got an answer, and the answer is you need to come live again. So are you guys ready to switch on some amazing codes of confidence, success? And you know, we are going to a very special place, aren't we, Ian?
Too right we are.
We are going to
Bali.
Bali. Now, you may not have heard us talk a lot about this because we actually have our group and we have a special exclusive tropical paradise where you go into this place and it is just so amazing. Now, the first thing that I'm going to tell you is, Darian, if you're driving, it's okay to listen now, but when we get to any meditation, you will not be able to drive because it is not safe to drive while meditating. So, you know, they do say to drive your favorite car if you want to manifest something, or walk through your favorite home if you want to feel what you're feeling. And, you know, one of the things that we're going to do, we're going to go really deep when we go on to this retreat, but I've got something extremely special to say because sometimes crap happens. Would you agree, you guys? If you agree that life happens, shiz happens, stuff happens, then drop down in the comments yes, because you know, one of the biggest reasons we're going on this retreat is, like our previous retreat, is to transform not only other people's lives, however, to upgrade ourselves.
By working on others, we're working on ourselves all the time.
Exactly. So here is the part about life happening. Our retreat, we invited an exclusive group early this year in January to attend, and you know, they came receiving open arms, just knowing the work that we do, knowing that, you know, it's about letting go of guilt, letting go of shame, letting go of, you know, patterns from the past that have really been, you know, overtaking your life, and actually upgrading. Because, you know, guys, I don't know whether you can see our pool in the backyard. However, hello Melina, hello Anna Maria. Thank you for waking up, especially for this, Anna, because she's a nurse. So well done for that. And we don't know why our live stream last night disappeared. However, here we are again. Our pool out the back. If we jumped in that pool, we would get wet. Would you agree with that, Ian?
Most definitely.
We would definitely get wet. Now, what I'm saying is our Bali retreat is going to be like that. It's going to be a juicy immersion into 3 solid days. However, I don't like to use the word but, so I'll replace it with however. However, 2 people are not able to now come. So where does that leave us? That leaves us in saying this: there is a space. And you know, sometimes when things are done at the last moment, it can be sometimes even better, more spontaneous. And you know, what can I say? However, we want to give you a taste of what you can expect on the retreat. We're going to talk to you about this beautiful place of tropical paradise. And what I'm going to say is that, you know, firstly, guys, you cannot give away what you haven't got. That's one of your favourite
Can't
things.
give away what you haven't got.
If you haven't got love, if you haven't experienced love,
Love of
how
yourself.
can you, yes, how can you give it away, right? Yes.
You can't love others till you love yourself.
Exactly. So, you know, sometimes when I'm working with people who come from a lot of guilt and shame and even a lot of bitterness about people who, you know, hurt them, maybe when they were children, and, you know, they went through stuff like I did, you know, I mean, it's normal to feel hurt. I know Ian felt hurt in his childhood too. And, you know, it's relevant to the child, whether it's something really traumatic or whether it's something traumatic to the child. However, quite often I spend a lot of time saying, if that person hurt you, it's because they were hurt. Because hurting people hurt people. And, you know, what happens is in this moment, you guys, it's about being able to forgive. It's about being able to release the ties, the soul ties of people that you have actually allowed into your vortex. And if you hold any resentment, if you hold any kind of pain toward anybody that is not love, that is not goodness, that's not kindness, that is based around unforgiveness, you are not hurting them, you are hurting yourself. So, you know what this is going to be about. This is a space where we are going to transform. So the first day is going to be an immersion because in our tropical paradise, we actually all have our own little villas. This is 5-star, you guys. And in this 5-star, Ian, perhaps would you like to talk about what happened on our last retreat, and then stay tuned for our activation of codes.
The beauty of it is that because last retreat we had over there, everyone was on site, everyone went to lunch together, everyone went to smoko together, everyone joined in together. So it wasn't like we've run courses like this in Perth in the past, but people go off for lunch and come back an hour and a half later or half an hour later, or they miss the afternoon or something like that. And if you miss 10% of the time, you might not miss 10% of the outcome, you might miss 90% because it's progressive and everything grows on everything else. And so if you miss one of the pieces, then you miss a large part of the actual process. And the beauty of the Bali retreat is we're away from our normal distractions. We're in a paradise where everything is there supplied, so you don't even have to want, it's all bang, 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 bang.
Everything
And
is just so juicy and so wonderful. We get treated, now get this guys, you will be treated like a king and queen. So you will be in a queenly space because, you know, when you are immersing, when you are transforming, when you are going through this amazing experience with us, we are going to be immersing energy. We're going to be releasing stuff. We're going to actually go through forgiveness so that we can let go. And one of the most important things, Ian, is the fact that we actually recode ourselves. So we're recoding ourselves for health. We are, going through and we're doing breath work. We're doing updated modalities. So even though our retreat in 2017 was so amazing, this one is going to be better, and there's 2 spaces left. So 2 people who could not come along on this retreat. Now what's that going to mean? So you may just want to come along so that you can have this complete experience, so that you can, drink in the life of actually what you deserve. Because if you do not think you deserve, if you do not feel like you are worthy, if you are really telling yourself, I'm not good enough, I don't have enough money, I don't have enough time, what you are doing is you are shortchanging yourself. Because I know that even us sitting here with you right now, we manifested this. Yep. We absolutely manifested this. So 2 months ago, 2.5 months ago, I was still living in my old space, which is a beautiful home, but so much longing to have a change of environment, so much longing to have an upgrade. And I know from the work, the inner work that I did, you guys, by journaling, by actually having gratitude, by going through the kind of immersion that Ian and I are going to share with you, because Ian is a healer. Ian is a healer as a chiropractor. And his work that he does, that he is going to be imparting on our very exclusive group. And the work that I do and the gift that I have as a healer, and I do not take that for granted, because I know that last Bali retreat, saved somebody's life. Somebody who was at the absolute end of their tether. In fact, that person said to me, "You've got to do that again," because it totally let go of a lifetime full of pain. Right, Ian?
That's exactly right.
And she is actually responsible for us actually doing this retreat again. And we're going to be doing another workshop on the heels of this retreat. However, I reckon these guys want to have a bit of a taste of some activation codes. What do you reckon?
I reckon.
Okay, so who's ready for some activation codes? If you're jumping on, say hello, and I would like to actually introduce you to what we call a code of confidence. Now, the code of confidence, I'm going to be opening this right up on Sunday night in a webinar, because I want people to have the opportunity to have a taste of what it's like to feel different, to raise your energy, to change your vibration, to actually call in the right people into your space. Because everything you're calling in is as a result of old habits. Old habits come from the past. Old habits are wired into our neurology. And what this is about, our whole transformation, is about coding new design habits and actually dying to our old patterns.
Can you imagine trying to work a DOS system on your computer nowadays? Everything's done with a mouse. Well, I refer to it as rat because of the damage it does. But everything's
We
done
don't
with a
profess
mouse.
to be masters of
the old
technology.
CC / prompt and everything else. Now, your brain in your subconscious mind is working on things that were around before even the C thing.
Exactly, the
And
computers.
So what happens is with the what we do here, we use codes to actually change the software of your mind and update things a bit better than what they were.
Like a computer, exactly.
So
That
you,
is so
you get
true.
rid of the old and bring in the new, and you update your software so that you can be more in control of what you're doing instead of having restrictions and limitations.
Yes.
Everything that have been put in the past, not only by you, but your teachers, your parents, your society, everything else. And all that can be changed, all that can be updated, modified and brought in with the new programs.
A new software for your mind, and you're going to be the creator of your wonderful, amazing, self-deserved, total self. Now, one of the things that I quite often say to coaches, because what I do in this whole transformation, before we get you into a code of confidence, and I'm going to invite you to our webinar, and if you want to be involved in that, that's going to be all coding. It's not going to be just us talking around it and about it. Please let us know, coaches, if you want to invite your friends or anyone in on the webinar Sunday night to have a test of put your toe in the water and have a taste of the candy and see what you think, because we only want to work with you if you feel that we're a good fit, if you feel like we can actually work together in synchrony, if we can obviously align so you can rise, because when you rise we rise together
And the world rises.
Exactly. So it's win, 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 win. And so with that win, 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 what we want to say is we don't take our position for granted. We know we've been called to this world to heal people. Ian heals with his hands through chiropractic. I heal through the love and the passion that I have to actually, release people from their past and set the prisoners free. And, we're not perfect. We suffer. And I know that every suffering, guys, that you have is for a greater reason. So this is what I want to say. I want to give you an example of how you can begin to recode. Firstly, you need to embrace the pain. So for example, let's just go with something very minute. So I'm going to give you an example here. I thank the universe, I thank God, I thank Facebook for dissolving our Facebook live stream last night so we can be here now. I thank the power that's beyond me, that sometimes gives me worries and fears, because I know that every worry and fear elevates me to becoming better. So I will not become complacent. I will not take for granted that, I have this amazing talent to be able to change, recode and rewire. I thank all the people that have ever hurt me in my life. I thank them because they are my greatest teachers. They are the people that have helped me to rise and to be able to be in a place where I am now. Now, I wonder if you can close your eyes right now, you guys, and just take in a beautiful, luscious, deep breath. And if you're driving, pull over or turn this off and come back. Because what I want to do is I just want to give you a taste of what it's like to feel a deep sense of relaxation. I want you to close your eyes and I want you to turn inward. And I want you to focus on any part of your body that may be holding any tension, any stress. Now, tension and stress may come with pain. It may come with emotional pain. It may come with physical or spiritual pain. Whatever that may be, I would like to say to you that maybe you can now see that as a gift. I want you to almost point to it with your inner eye. And on the count of 3, I'm going to ask you to embrace right where it is. And I want you to know that that pain is a voice that wants to speak to you. It wants to speak into your life. It wants you to elevate. It wants you to rise. It wants you to move into a space that you deserve. It wants you to be better than what you are now. It wants to help you to actually come into a beautiful awareness of just how wonderful you are, to lose your ego, to release yourself from all of those things and just invite yourself to feel love. So turn your inner eye right into that space. And on the count of 3, I'm going to get you to breathe long and deep in through your nose. 1, 2, and 3. In. And as you breathe in, I want you now to breathe out through your mouth. And I want you now to pull out that tension from that space as if you are pulling it out and it is a rope. And as you pull it out, notice where it is and just trust yourself to be pulling it out. And as you pull it out, know that the years of pain is coming out. It may have been one thing that happened to you. However, it's been a trace back of a pattern. It could have gone back into DNA. It could have gone back into generational lineage. So if you've been telling yourself stories, if you've been telling yourself that you're not good enough, or that you inherited it from a parent or a grandparent, I want you to pull that stuff out of your body right now. And imagine the color. And as you pull that out and you bring that out in front of you, I want you to know that that pain is your teacher. I want you to look at it and see the color. I want you to look at it and notice the shape and the size. And what I want you to do right now is I want you to breathe, so you're going to change it. You're going to change the dynamics of the way that pattern was. And as you breathe, you're going to take a deep breath in through your nose. Go. And you're going to breathe, and that oxygen is going to change the color, and it's going to make it spin, and it's going to change the shape, and now it's taking on a whole new life of its own. And as that takes on a whole new life of its own, and it begins to actually create a whole new space, a whole new molecule of pure life energy. And I want you to know that that new life energy, that is what you truly wanted. You see, the pain was only a teacher. The pain was only there to help you to recognize its purpose. And now I want you to imagine that that color is going to resemble someone who has all of the traits that you perhaps admire. Perhaps someone with great confidence, someone like a superhero, someone from your past that you may have known that walks in a certain way, talks in a certain way, and breathes in a certain way. Now notice, guys, hello Andrew, hello everyone as you're jumping on. I'm keeping it kind of like, so the meditation is not so intense. I'm going to keep it really energized because there may be people driving, and I understand that now you can transform the pain with a new color. Change the color now. Change the shape. Turn it into love and create it like it is filled with love, filled with energy, filled with passion, filled with courage. And as you see this, I want you now to notice the color of passion, the color of love, the color of success, the color of confidence. Imagine you can hear it now. What does it sound like? Is it like you're in tropical paradise? Is it waves? Is it the ocean?
Up and up and up and up.
Is it a beautiful synchronized musical song? What do you hear? What do you feel? What is it that is happening for you? And now I want you to imagine that you're going to bring that back into that space of your body. And on the count of 3, just take a deep breath in and reach out. And as you grab that, bring it into your body. And as you actually bring that into your body now, let it just transmute.
Permeate right through every
That's
cell of your
right.
body.
Permeating
Saturate
now.
and soak every cell of your body.
Saturating now, giving you the transcendental feeling of this new life, this new energy. And that our prayer for you is that you will feel a sensation of confidence that is going to emerge in you today. And if you feel the waves, yes, Darian, the waves, and if you feel the waves of rising and lifting, and if you feel called to come to Bali, we have 2 spaces. If you would like to come to Bali, if you would like to know even more about coding, where we're on a webinar and we go into a really deep dive and actually really do meditate, where we're in a space where we can bring that container and fill it with love, fill it with passion, fill it with glory, fill it with the faith that you deserve. Because guys, if you do not feel like you deserve, unless you can say, I deserve this, I am worthy. And sometimes we have to go through pain before that hits us. So if you want to join our webinar, send me a private message or drop it down in the comments. If you feel a conviction or you feel this kind of prodding of your spirit that you feel like you could be that person that comes to Bali, I want you to know that there is no obligation. You'll jump on a call with us because we want to know that you're a right fit for us, because this is a really small, intimate group. And we're going to immerse in tropical paradise. We're going to be in a presidential, beautiful, upmarket, 5-star place where, we are going to be surrounded by beauty. You're going to have the taste of paradise. You're going to have that warmth on your skin, that glow, that immersion. And you know what? There's more, because the people that are coming on this retreat are also learning what we know. We're compressing our knowledge. We're compressing. So we're going through full transformation, and then we're imparting people to become coaches and to rise. And why do I want to do that? I ask myself, my son asked me this question, Mum, why would you want to share your gift? Why would you want to share your knowledge with the world? And only ego would prevent me from wanting to do that. So I know that if I really have an inborn legacy within me to actually expand other people and to see the world as, change, transform, and live accordingly to what you deserve, because everybody, I don't care where you've been, I don't care what you've done, when we look at you, we see a soul. We know every single person has the right to rise, to be elevated, to be in a space where you deserve to have everything you want. Hello there, Robin. And, in that space, in that container of overflowing love, I know that when my ego disappears, and I have ego sometimes, you guys, I do have ego sometimes. However, when that disappears, I know I want to impart to you what I have. Dr. Ian wants to impart that. So not only are we transforming people, we want to create coaches that are going to rise, people that are going to be attached to us that we're going to feel proud of, people that, have had pain. I mean, pain that they may feel disgraced about, they may feel ashamed about. I know that I've had so much shame and guilt throughout my life, and they are the lowest forms of vibration, you guys. And yet, when you shift that, and Claudia knows what happens then, when you shift and release your past, you rise and you forgive and you come into this space of love, your energy is going to shift. And we want to turn people into people that can actually be a light to the world. We're never going to be perfect. We're going to continue to fall down. We're going to continue to make mistakes. We're going to continue to have, hardships and adversities. However, it's the way you look at your adversities. If you can look at every person you've ever met in your life as someone that's caused you pain as your greatest teacher, then you're going to thank them. You're going to release them. You're going to free them from your DNA. You're not going to have a soul tie, because when you feel pain, when you feel, unforgiveness, you are actually saying to that person, you have power over me, and they do not have the right to have power over you. So you need to claim your power. So if you feel you might be one of these people, there's two spots. We only want a small container of people. And if you feel that you want to rise with us in the Bali retreat, there is 2 spaces left. You just have to private message me. You just say, Terry, I feel spiritually prompted and yet I don't know. And we can have a chat and we can see if this is going to work. And if you are and you're thinking and you're not there and you'd like to be part of this very exclusive group, we are going to be in a very beautiful place. We are going to rise. We're going to immerse. And are you going to be at home watching us live, or are you going to be with us? If you want to be with us, we want you to speak to us. We want you to emerge. And Robin, we did do a little mini meditation before. We've got a webinar on Sunday night. Any last words, Ian?
Just your vibration, life and energy and love and everything is all vibration matter. And the more you can forgive yourself, forgive others and everything else, and wind up that vibration, wind up the energy and everything else, it flows through everything, it changes your life.
Absolutely. So change your mind, change your life. Change your mind, change your body. Guys, when you let go of trauma and stress and fear and guilt, it's not just the fact that you feel lightweight. you will find that there will be a domino of things that happen in your life. You'll become more assertive. You'll become more empowered. Your body will feel better. You'll feel lighter. You'll feel like you're driving around in a Rolls Royce rather than an old bomb, and you'll want to keep your body temple clean. So, you know, it's not just a fact of when you release the stuff that you're going to feel light, because everybody says they feel light. It's everything else that happens as a result. And just for the record, I never ever thought that I could actually change the kind of fear and trauma that I once had. I never thought I could do it. Medication didn't help me. Doctors didn't help me. Counselors didn't help me. And yet, what we have is a God-given gift to be able to tap in and to be aware of that part of our brain that is that's holding on to all the pain. And when we tell that part of our brain, which is our infinite intelligence, to let it go now, just release it. Just let that land. And we'll see you soon. Private message if you want in on our webinar, or if you want to come on that retreat. And
when is the webinar?
We're webinar Sunday night.
Sunday night at
8 p.m.
8 p.m.
So join us for the Sunday session, Sunday night. And if you're feeling called to the Bali retreat, let us know.
And remember, results count.
See you later.